Hi everyone, this video is to explore the concept of business fatigue. I explained in a previous video around personal fatigue, but this one is to explore the business side of things. What happens when the business starts to feel flat, the culture isn't quite right, and it just feels like there's not a lot of energy in there. Again, it can be the personal side of things. Individuals can, if everyone's feeling flat and they're feeling drained and tired, then that's going to influence things. But the idea of this is that there's a cultural side, the business piece that we could look at. So, to give you 3 examples, first of all, of where things are a good extreme and then the opposite. So the big project, there could be a client coming on board. Certainly back in the days I used to work in London, we sold functionality to a client that we didn't actually provide. And it was really, really exciting because it was my job to make sure that project was led, delivered and in before the client came in. And all hands to the pump. It was really exciting. There was obviously a big celebration afterwards, and it was really, really good. The major system change. So there could be a big system that's changed. There could be staff that are sitting there. They've been working with a system that's really, really time consuming. It's really glitchy. It's horrible to use. It's difficult. A new bit of software comes in, and there's a big buzz. There's a live date, and everyone gets on board. Really, really enjoys it. Again, that can be a really positive thing. There could be another one, the big event. It could be a Christmas party, some other kind of office outing or some other social activity. A big event happens and everyone's putting together, this will be really good, exciting, and off we go, it's really enjoyable. But then the flip side to that one, so the big project. So the example I gave you there, a big client comes in offering functionality that we didn't have, we sold it to them and they came. But imagine if that client then doesn't actually have the follow-up activities, it doesn't get quite over the line, it's not as good as it could be, and the client starts to get a bit frustrated. Then you do the same again, you're sold to another client, it's another big bit of money, big business coming in, and then another client comes in, another client comes in, and all of a sudden you've got all these clients that it's really difficult to manage, and you've got different people trying to deliver projects that you don't have all the functionality for. That gets really tiring really quite quickly. The major system change. So again, you can have one piece of software coming in, brilliant, saves the lives of many. Well, not their lives, but improves the lives of many. They really enjoy the piece of software and they really like it. But if that's in isolation, imagine there's another team that are still frustrated, they get a bit of software. Then you've got another team, they get a bit of software. All of a sudden you've got all of these different pieces of software that don't necessarily join up. And in the background, people are saying, well, we could have just gone and got this one piece of software that does all of these things. It would have taken more investment, but pays itself back over the longer term. So again, it can be a really exciting time, but it can be really negative too. The big event side, again, if you've got the team, they're a bit flat, it's a bit low, so you try and get the social activities in place and you go out and you have a drink or you go bowling or you do some other activity and then you announce another one. All of a sudden staff get a bit more tired, a bit more frustrated, thinking, well, hang on a minute, I can't keep on going out, I've got my family, my kids, I can't keep on doing this stuff, I need to spend some time at home. However, this person keeps going to these events, keeps getting praised, keeps getting recognised, and they keep getting the rewards and I don't. So how does that make me feel? And overall, there's a whole concept here of where the business could be going and the direction for it. So how do we address that? How do we do things about it? So the number one thing here is just balance. There is a balance that needs to be found and you guys need to do it. In your businesses, you need to find out what it is. The launch pad for this one is Lauren Bacall, the famous actress, who's quoted as saying, standing still is the fastest way of moving backwards in a rapidly changing environment. And again, that's a really interesting thought there. Today, because of the technology and because of where everything's going, people don't sign up to a job for 40 years and they're going to stay there forever. If you don't give the employees what they need, they're going to find somewhere else to go and work instead. And similarly, if your business isn't moving forward, your clients are going to go somewhere else as well. So you've got to find ways to move forwards. How do you do that? Number one, get the right team. Get the right team around you, because without the right team, you're going to struggle to do things. Get the right team to help you to implement the ideas to make sure that you can drive things forward. With that one, with your team, again, it's a vested interest to get the team to buy into the vision of the business. Where is this business going? How do we take it there? Once the team are invested in it and they've input into it and they've helped you to create that vision, communicating it down and getting the rest of the team involved and getting the rest of the team involved in that vision, the energy levels are going to increase because everyone sees where you're going. The next part of this is the pulse. And again, this is a really, really key part to this. I can't tell you, and no one person can tell anybody exactly how quickly you should make changes in your business. When you start to get used to delivering on a constant cycle, you might find that your velocity increases, but also you might find that the complexity of the project that you take on increases, the complexity of the client might increase. So the amount of change and the amount of impacts that you can have onto your business will change, they'll vary, but it's, again, as a team, making sure that the pulse is right to keep moving forwards at the right pace, to keep everyone happy and engaged without getting everyone burnt out and the business feeling a bit flat. Hopefully that's been of use for you, and see you in the next video.